Gemini Man losing what, $75 million?
Lost $75 million.
Tanked.
Really?
Absolutely tanked. Dog, the movie.
It was that bad. Huh?
It is shit. It's a shitty movie. It's a shitty movie.
Damn.
And I don't even think the high frame rate was a good idea. When I heard about it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to see that. I went and saw it, I couldn't see it in 120 frames per second, but I found a theater doing 60. So going from the usual 24 to 60, that was quite the jump. Best 3D I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
For sure. But that's the only thing it was good for. Other than that, it was like...
It was really the best 3D you've ever seen in your life.
It was the best 3D I've ever seen in my life. Will Smith was standing still and looking, and it looked like his face was coming out of the screen.
Damn.
It's weird. Like, that is
better than Avatar?
Yeah. And Avatar was dope at that, but, like, even Doctor Strange, I feel like, can live up to what Avatar was doing in 3D. You know what I mean?
Well, but
because we get more movies.
But that's because of the type of movie.
Right.
That's why. Not necessarily. Like Avatar, they filmed the entire thing with those IMAX cameras. They didn't do that for Doctor Strange.
They didn't? No, they shot in IMAX.
The whole thing?
I don't know about the whole thing.
Like, I'm sure
because a lot of
parts.
movies do, yeah. I'm not sure if the whole thing was in IMAX. Probably not.
And then, like, you think about, like, the special effects and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
because Doctor Strange blew my mind. When I saw that in IMAX 3D, like, the beginning of the movie, when, what's-his-face is going against the Ancient One.
Yeah.
And trying to chase her. And she does the ring, and it comes out to...
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my.
But you see what I mean, though? Like, Avatar was, like, someone just sitting there, and, like, when he's just sitting there doing the video logs, like, it's not crazy. It's not anything coming out at you, but the 3D is amazing, you know? So it's kind of like that. Like, if Doctor Strange is just standing there talking, it's not like he's...
Right,
You know what I mean?
But that's... Yeah, the Gemini Man, it looked like they were literally coming out of the screen. There were some scenes that were, like, supposed to be 3D. You know how they do it? They slow it down, make it... I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, I really feel like shit's coming at me right now. This is... It has to be the best 3D I've ever seen. What was the other movie that did a higher frame rate? The Hobbit. One of the Hobbit movies.
Oh, yeah?
It did, 48 frames per second. Which is still a jump. That's double the normal frame rate.
Uh-huh.
I never seen that, though.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Hobbit movies.
And I can't imagine what 120 frames per second even looked like. Honestly, because I saw it in 60 and it was too much. And they shot it in 120, and only some theaters can play 120, which makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine. Maybe the 3D would look even better, but everything else, like when there was fast-paced shit,
though. I don't get that because we like at some point it's going to collide with how we naturally view the world.
Yeah, right. We were talking about that. I Googled it, and what was the frame rate that we see approximately?
We can only see up to like what 160 or something like that, and then after that, it's hard to tell.
Maybe it was in the 200s.
Or was it 200s? Yeah,
maybe it was in the 200s.
But I mean, like even like me looking at you now, okay, if we're gonna make a movie in reality with actors, it has to resemble the frame rate that I perceive you.
Right.
If you start doing different things, I don't understand how that's.
It looks like somebody recorded it off their fucking iPhone.
Right. It's not gonna look. You need a movie to look real.
And
you can't.
That's what made the CGI look even worse at times. It was 60 frames per second, and it was just the CGI didn't look.
Looks like a video game.
There was maybe 3 that showed the younger Will Smith that looked phenomenal. Like, oh my god.
Okay.
But anytime he was in the light, forget about it. And then the last scene they show with him, and it's daytime. Dog, it doesn't make sense. You got to look it up at some point. They literally said, fuck it. They said, fuck it. It was the worst I've seen him through the whole movie, and it didn't make any sense. It looked so bad. It looked like a PlayStation 3 game. It just looked so goddamn bad. And the story was just something we've seen so many... There was nothing unique about it.
Right.
Like Will Smith, I didn't know much about him. He was a badass.
Yeah, right.
And he was like an agent. And then he was the best, and they cloned him.
Yeah, okay.
It was whatever.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. I thought it was a shitty movie.
I only went to go see it because it was in the higher frame rate. They're like, you got to see this in 3D, high frame rate. Like, that was the whole big thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I would rather stick to the 24. It's fine.
I don't know.
Like, even 60. Like, we watch 60, like, on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
like 60 frames.
But
And
we were
that's
typically,
like,
but it depends what we're watching though.
yeah, we're not watching a movie,
Right.
And it just makes it look not like it looks like a soap opera.
Right. It doesn't look right.
I don't like it at all.
I think there's a reason why they direct movies a certain frame rate. It's because we're trying to match how we perceive the world. You know, video games, obviously, we want to be performing at a higher frame rate. We want Killing Floor 2. We want Call of Duty. We want Halo to be 60 frames.
Possible.
Yeah. Well, not even. Well, yeah, we do want it to look realistic, but we want it to run as smoothly as possible. We'll even run even smoother than we perceive reality.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? We
yeah.
want 120 frames. Like I've seen someone's computer running something at like 180 frames per second.
It's crazy.
It's like it's higher than we can even perceive, but we want it to run that fast. You know, we want Dead Space to look milky smooth, but
a movie.
Yeah, right. You don't want someone walking around to look not real.
Right,
Like,
right.
You need
and it
to
literally
be...
looked like a video I could have done off my iPhone. Honestly.
Yeah.
Some scenes were like that. And then just the camera's moving. Like if there's a cameraman holding the camera, you can tell. The fucking thing's like kind of shaking. Everything's just too fast. The action scenes were like, I can't tell what the fuck.
Well, sometimes, that's the thing.
It was going way too fast.
I don't think the frame rate helps with that, but I think that's also a part of the directing. It didn't have to be directed like that, but they directed it like that anyway. Like I remember watching the Star Trek movie, the last one, Discovery, and some of the action scenes, you just take the camera and just shake the hell out of it. I can't tell what the hell's going on. You throw a punch, I don't know where it's going. Like a lot of action movies do that, but and I don't like that. You know, that's what made Daredevil so great. Season 1. Like we had one shot, I should say, that just moved
and
slowly.
he just went through.
And he would go through. He did do that multiple times throughout season 1, 2, and 3. Every single action
There was another hallway scene every time.
Yeah, there's always a set piece, and then shit happens in the set piece. It's not shaking around, moving around like you see on fucking CBS and CW network. You know what I mean? It's more legit. It's people who give a shit. It's people who give a fuck about action. And I don't know. I saw some clips of Gemini Man that I thought were ridiculous. I looked it up on YouTube. I saw him like
the motorcycle fight.
That's what I saw actually.
If you can just, because I got to that point with the movie, I'm like, if I can just like kind of shut my brain off a little, I'm gonna enjoy this more. So like when it got to the motorcycle scene, I'm like, that's ridiculous. But you know what? Fuck it. Like let's have a good time. They were doing shit that didn't even make sense. Like the laws of gravity just didn't apply at all.
I saw him hit him with the motorcycle. He like hits him with the back tire of the. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I saw that clip and that's it. I won't see that movie. I don't give a shit.
No, all right, guys. If you like what you see, be sure to click one of these videos over here. If you really like what you saw, click that subscribe button over here. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. You know what I mean?